Hello everyone, this is Chad Redding here with Ruck Rabbit Outdoors. I was out here mucking about a little bit this afternoon in my little corner of Penn's Woods, and as you can see, it's snowing. We were only calling for 1 inch, but we got about 4, I think. So I just thought I'd take a second or two and introduce you to one of my favorite bush tools. As a bushcrafter, like most of you, I have multiple blades that I use for different things. But the one that I seem to reach for the most when I go hiking, camping, or practicing my bush skills is this one here. This is the Gossman Polaris field knife. And this is the one I reach for the most, like I said. Now, let me give you some brief specs and a little bit, a tiny bit of history on this thing. So the whole knife overall is 8 1/2 inches in length. Has a 4-inch blade with a 3 3/4 inch cutting edge, and the spine, which is a 90 degrees for striking ferro rods or scraping other things, is about 0.110 inches in thickness. The handle is micarta. This particular one is a black micarta. He does make other colors. Stainless steel bolts, and full tang, as you can see. And also, you can also see that it's very ergonomic. This blade, this particular one, is made of A2 steel. Scott does do these in other steels, such as 3V. I believe he's done some 01. And every once in a while, there's been some S7 ones that he comes out with also. These knives are known for their toughness, extreme toughness. His heat treat is phenomenal. This knife is made to work, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of patina on it because I use this thing hard. Made to work, made to beat on, extremely tough. That is the hallmark of his blades. So without further ado, let me show you how this thing works. So, let me give you some quick history on this blade real fast before I baton it. This knife was designed by Kevin Estella of Estella Wilderness Outdoors back in 2009, and he approached Scott to produce the Polaris, and I believe they really knocked it out of the park for an all-around useful knife. One thing I like about this blade is the spear point, like a Kephart. I like that it keeps it in line with the handle, so when you do drilling and other things, it just really works well. So anyways, without further ado, let me do a little bit of batoning here to show you. As you can, just got a piece of random firewood here, so nothing spectacular. As you can see, it makes short work. Part of that reason is the blade itself has a convex edge. All Scott's knives are convex. He does no other grinds. And then even with that, there's still plenty left to do some nice thin curls. So, if you're looking for a really hard working knife that's gonna do everything you want, stand up to anything you would put it through, this is the one for you, the Polaris. I mean, you can beat the snot out of this thing and you're not gonna destroy it. They're exceptionally tough, all his blades. He makes a bigger knife. He makes several different patterns, but one of his other really good knives is one called the Big Bore Tusker, which is a bigger blade than this. Eventually I'll get my hands on one of them. As far as for me personally owning one, I have driven a Tusker through a 7-foot log, and it came back with everything you could. It was super strong. So like I said, this thing is a phenomenal blade. So like I said, if you want one of these, look up Scott Gossman on scottgossmanknives.com. He doesn't do any custom orders. I mean, he makes them, he puts them up for sale, and if you see one, if you're interested in one, really look, because they get snapped up super fast. Usually he'll also post on Facebook or Instagram when he has them coming out soon, so just keep an eye out, and eventually you'll get one of these phenomenal tools. So, fair weather and safe journeys.